Welcome to Microsoft Access Expert Level 17, brought to you by AccessLearningZone.com. I am your instructor, Richard Rost. In today's class, we're going to do a project related to action queries. We're going to take all the things we've learned in our classes so far about action queries and put them all together in one project. We're going to be archiving old orders in our database. We're going to take orders that are unpaid, that are more than a year old, and move them to an archive table. We don't want them cluttering up our main order table, but we don't want to lose them completely. So we're just going to move them into a different table. We'll begin with creating an update query that will mark all of the orders that the database thinks should be archived. We'll create an order list form that will allow us to review all of the orders that are marked to be archived. So we can go down and check off the ones that we do or do not want to archive from that point. That way the database does most of the work for us, but we can still choose to archive or not. We'll make an archive table and an order backup table. We'll back up the order table first using a make table query. Then we'll append the orders that are going to get archived into the archive table. Same with the order details. We'll also back up the customer table too, just to be safe. Then we'll delete the orders out of the primary order table since we no longer need them. All of this, of course, when we're done, will happen with one button click. Then we will add write-off notices to the database so that the customer note field says that there's an order write-off. We'll also put an order write-off notice in the contact records. We'll append a contact. That way, if any of the sales reps look at this customer record, they'll see, hey, this guy's got a write-off from December 6th or something. Then we'll make a union query to put them back together again temporarily. If you want to put the orders and the archived orders back together in one query, perhaps you want to make a report showing all of the customer's orders, both the current ones and the ones that have been written off. That's what a union query is good for. And of course, we'll learn how to do all of this by editing a button macro using some macro commands like open query and set warnings and close window. We'll learn some new macro commands today. Again, the focus of the advanced series will be on editing and designing your own macros. But for today, I just want to teach you some basics for getting in there and working with some of the button macros that Access creates. By just tweaking those, we can make our databases much more powerful. And then we'll begin a brand new concept today called a crosstab query. Now, if you're familiar with Microsoft Excel, crosstab queries are just like pivot tables in Excel. You have big lists of data with multiple different types of fields in them, and you can set up a row field and a column field, and then what data you want to summarize in the center. For example, you can take a big long list of sales and say break this down by date and by state and show me the sum for each date for each state. That's what the screenshot shows there. Crosstab queries are very powerful, and we'll see how to use those today. This class follows Access Expert Levels 13 through 16. I strongly recommend you watch all of those classes before today's class. Most of today's class is a project that summarizes a lot of the information we've learned in those previous classes. If you don't take the time to learn about update and append and delete queries and so on, you will probably be lost in today's class. We will learn a bunch of new techniques for dealing with these older topics in today's class. I'm going to show you a bunch of new tricks and tips, but I strongly recommend you take these background classes before today's class. Today's class was recorded with Access 2013. You should be okay if you're using 2007 or 2010. If you're using Access 2003 or earlier, you want to go to my website and get Access 220 through 223. Those are the courses in which I cover action queries and crosstab queries. My courses are broken up into beginner, expert, advanced, and developer level classes. Beginner level classes are for novices. You should understand all the topics covered in them by the time you get to the expert level classes, which you're in now. When you finish all of the expert level classes, the advanced classes will cover event programming and macros, and the developer classes will cover Visual Basic for applications. Each group of classes is broken down into multiple levels, level 1, 2, 3, and so on. In addition to my normal Access classes, I also have seminars designed to teach specific topics. Some of my seminars include building web-based databases, creating forms and reports that look like calendars, securing your database, working with images and attachments, writing work orders and running a service business, tracking accounts payable, learning the SQL programming language, creating loan amortization schedules, and lots more. You can find details on all of these seminars and more on my website at accesslearningzone.com. If you have questions about the topics covered in today's lessons, please feel free to post them in my student forums. If you're watching this course in the online theater on my website, you should see the student forum for each lesson appear in a small window next to the class video. Here, you will see all of the questions that other students have asked, as well as my responses to them, and comments that other students have made. I encourage you to read through these questions and answers as you start each lesson, and feel free to join in the discussion. If you are not watching these lessons on my website, you can still visit the student forums later by visiting accesslearningzone.com/forums. To get the most out of this course, I recommend you sit back, relax, and watch each lesson completely through once without trying to do anything on your computer. Then, replay the lesson from the beginning and follow along with my examples. Actually create the same database that I make in the video step by step. Don't try to apply what you're learning right now to other projects until you've mastered the sample database from class. If you get stuck or don't understand something, watch the video again from the beginning, or tell me what's wrong in the student forum, and I'll do my best to help you. Most importantly, keep an open mind. Access may seem intimidating at first, but once you get the hang of it, you'll see that it's real easy to use. Now, I strongly encourage you to build the database that I build in today's class by following along with the videos. However, if you would like to download a sample copy of my finished database file, you can find it on my website at accesslearningzone.com/databases. Sometimes if you get stuck, the easiest way to learn is to tear apart someone else's database. One of the ways that I taught myself Access years ago was by tearing apart the Northwind Traders database that comes with Microsoft Access. You'll find there's a sample database for each of my courses on my website. Now let's take a few minutes and go over exactly what we're going to cover in today's class. In Lesson 1, we're going to begin by creating a system to archive old unpaid orders from our order table. In Lesson 2, we are continuing with the archiving of old unpaid orders. In Lesson 3, we're continuing to archive old unpaid orders. In this lesson, we're going to use Append and Update queries to put an order write-off notice in the customer record, the customer's contacts, and write on the order itself. In Lesson 4, we're going to finish up with the archiving of old unpaid orders. We're going to run the delete queries to actually remove those orders from our primary order tables, and we're going to make a union query so we can see them together again later if we want to. In Lesson 5, we're going to learn about Crosstab queries. A Crosstab query is very similar to a pivot table in Microsoft Excel. We'll create a Crosstab query to show sales by state broken up by date.